Hello, welcome in Six-Sided Summoner How to Play video. Today we'll dive in the basic rule of how to play this demo scenario for one player on Tabletopia. As you can see, I did some setup already, so I shuffled all the cards and unknown pickup tokens. Only last one remain to put into this canyon location. The last step of the setup, I will randomly choose the characters to place them in the locations in the swamp and the canyon, as you can see on the scenario card. That was the last step of the preparation. Now we should move to character build. To do this, I'm drawing 6 skill tile tokens from the yellow back and 6 magic skill tiles tokens from blue back. For the purpose of this game, I will only select the randomly the skill tiles. To the skill tree, we must remember that I will zoom in a little bit the character card. So here you can see we'll place the skill skill tiles into slots on the skill tree. Skill tree is divided into the rows, which are connected with the attributes and actions. So exploit, adventure, influence, summon, and move. And also with the columns, which will determine the number or the strength of each attribute, or the during the fight, the strength or magic attribute power. If I want to put next, let's do like that. I want to place the skill tile in the same attribute row, but in the second column I must pay the cost. The cost is the chosen resource. We can select crystal, gold, or fireflies. But during the character build, you can exchange as you want the skill tiles with the resources cubes or the items. So if I want to place another skill tile in the second column, I must discard one of the skill tiles I have on my hand. Let's say that I will discard this one. It goes back to the blue back. Okay, now I will distribute the other skill tiles. Magnetic map. It worked. Okay, I will discard this one also. Maybe okay, let's try with very offensive build. Now I must discard two more skill tiles. Okay, and at the end maybe. Okay, like that. And I will also exchange the last skill tile to take one crystal cube. Okay. So I have finished now the character build. So now we can proceed to the first turn. Should move this pin to the first turn. So here is the turn track. Once we get to the end and we will not defeat the boss in this scenario, we will lose. Boss is located in the forest. So very important here is not only to defeat the boss in the last turn, but we must get to this go to this boss till the end of last turn. But now let's start with the day action. So as it is described here, we should start from the day action, day card. So we should draw one day card and resolve its effects. Okay, first one, after sunrise, increase boss spawn track. I have some issues with rotation. Okay, boss spawn track is here on the scenario card, so we should move 1 plus 2. If we go to the 3, we will draw one night card. If we go to the 5, immediately we will draw one Tori card. About details of this card you can read in the rulebook, so I wouldn't like to describe. I want to leave some surprises for you during the gameplay. How to resolve the effects of this card, you will be able to read in the rulebook. Everything is described. So second point is to spawn poison pawns in the canyon. Poison pawns are the green ones. Additionally, in the third step, okay, sorry, something stopped working. Okay, in the third step, you should move all creatures according the arrow. In this case, we are not able to move any creature because they are on the edge of the map. So there is no free location to move. That's why we should skip this step. Additionally, we should remember that during the day, we can roll attribute dices when result is double. So it will be the same result on both sides. We can spawn chosen faction in our current relocation. And second effect is that each poison gives additional strength to adjacent monster. So in this example, here, this guy here adds the strength to this one in here. Okay, we can also now flip the creatures to see their strength and attributes. So first one have 4 strength, but it will be increased during this day to 5 because of the poison faction pawn. Additionally, we must deal 2 wounds to defeat this monster. And second monster have 5 magic power and also 2 hit points. Okay, now we can start our first round. I will go through the actions one by one, so it is not a playthrough video but more how to play, more a tutorial. So first one is the exploit. If we want to do the exploit action, we can select unknown pickup token and play the bonus or effect on this token. So let's say that I'm selecting this one. If it is hidden, on the hidden side we should reveal it. Now it is visible. This one means that I'm taking one Firefly token and placing it into the inventory. After doing the basic action, as it is described in the rulebook, now I'm going to resolve the effects from each skill tile in the row. First one is strength enhancement item. I'm picking it up and putting into inventory. Second skill tile is exactly the same, so I'm repeating this action. And the last one has the crystal token, so I'm taking one crystal cube. And that's it. That's the first action. And also first round of this game. In this case, we should move the black pin to the second round track. And now we are going to do the adventure action. In adventure action, I draw one card from adventure card deck, and I'm resolving its effects. Here we have the first effect or first decision action we can take, the magic test with the difficulty of 3. If we success, we will increase our influence track by 1. If we fail, we will be affected by a poison. And second option is that I'm decreasing influence by 1 and perform optional magic test with the strength of 5. If I get a successful test, if I successfully pass this test, I will take a memory card with enhancement of my character. If not, if I fail, I will get the freeze effect. To do the test, I will choose the easier version, so I will perform the magic test with the strength of 3. To do the test, in all tests, we are always rolling 2 dices. Okay, I was very lucky because this side means that I can choose whatever attribute I want. In this case, I'm using 2 times influence. It means that I have 1, 2, 3, double by 2, so in total I have 6 magic strength, magic power, versus 3 required to pass the test. So I'm passing the test and I'm getting 1 influence. Here is, as you can see, here is the influence track, so I'm moving this white pin to the first level and I'm advancing by 1 in influence track. After resolving this card effect, I'm doing the skill tile effect, and in this case I'm picking up the movement item and placing it in my inventory. And that was the second action, second round of the game. One additional information. If I fail the test, I would get the poison token to my inventory. It will remain here till I cure it. I can cure it by using exploit action on this cure effect in unknown pickup token, which is located in the village. So it is related, it is described in the scenario card why this unknown pickup token with the effect of curing is in the village. so it was based in the scenario card. And then at the beginning of each turn, I will get the wound token, and I put it on a hit point track. However, in this example, it wasn't like that, so I'm removing these tokens now. Let's move to the third action, which is influence. And here I can make two choices. First choice is to pick up the bonus from all levels I have on my influence track. So in this case it would be chosen tile, it might be item, it might be strength skill tile from the yellow bag, or it can be magic skill tile from the blue bag. If I had higher level, in this case for example, I can take the chosen resource cube. Then I have the reputation. Reputation is described in the rulebook and it has some special effect. I will not describe it right now. And I will also in the same action pick up the tile. However, now I will move it back to the level 1. And second choice in the influence action is to advance by 1 in influence track. Let's say that I'm choosing this option for the moment. Then I'm resolving effects from the skill tiles. First is taking the item which boosts our magic power. Second is the same. And last one again is the crystal. So I take 1 crystal cube here. And that's the end of the action here. Okay, so the next one is the summon action. Here also we have two possibilities. First one is like in the current situation when I don't have any skill tile in the inventory. I'm picking up 1 skill tile from yellow or blue bag. It is my choice. And I'm placing it in my inventory. And now I can place it, spending also the cost, I can place it in the chosen slot. Let's say that I want to improve my exploit action, so I must spend 2 resources. I'm spending 2, discarding 2 crystal cubes. And now it's the end of the action. Second option is, or possibility more than option here, if I have some skill tile already in inventory, I must use it and place in the skill tree in the skill tree slots. So for example, if I had 1, 2, and 3, okay, this is an example. So now if I want to play the summon action, I'm not taking the skill type from the bag because I have 3 in my inventory at the moment, and now I'm placing it here. There is no limitation. The only limitation is the number of resources and skill types I have in my inventory. So I can put 3 of them in this row and then spend resources cubes, and that's it. Additionally, if I do this in the same turn, I'm normally resolving effects from the skill tiles. Let's now move to the last action, which is a move. And it is very simple. I'm just moving my character standee to one of adjacent hexes. Depending on the amount of items and resources in my inventory, I can move by 1, 2, or 3 locations. So the more items I have, if I have full first row, I'm not able to move by 3 locations. Then when I have more than 8 items in my inventory, I cannot move more than one location. However, I can spend the movement item to increase the number of location that I can move this turn, or I can spend this item in the combination with any other action. So for example, if I do in the next turn influence, I can advance in the influence track, and after that or before that I can spend this item to additionally move by 1 tile or more if I have more movement items in my inventory. Movement is also very important because you are interacting with some components on the map. For example, if I move and if I end my turn in the same location as the faction, I will get affected by this faction. So I get the status effect. In this example, it will be a poison. So I'm picking up the poison token and placing it into inventory. If I don't have a free slot and I must take the status effect, I must discard one item to release the slot and place their status token. If I, for example, this will be another example. If I move to the other canyon, for example here, I'm fighting with the creature. And I must remember also that creature is boosted by this faction token. In this case, if we are fighting, I must remember I will use only strength source because this creature is resistant for the magic as it is described on the standee. To start the fight, I'm rolling 2 dices. Okay, and I can combine and select. In this case, I have free magic, which means 0 in this fight, and I'm choosing the best option because of success, so I'm choosing exploit. In this and I'm comparing the result. So my result is 4 from exploit action, 0 from summon. Compared with 4, it's not enough to deal the damage. In this case, I'm spending 1 item to have 5 strength and now 1 hit point. I'm dealing 1 wound and now 1 only 1 hit point left. I'm discarding used item. And now I'm starting second round of the fight. I'm rolling 2 dices. Oh, again I'm lucky. This time I rolled double exploit. It means that I have 8. 8 versus 4 is is more. 8 is 4 more, so my power is higher. I'm dealing to him another another wound, and I'm defeating the monster. Once I defeated a monster, for each monster we are getting native mineral cube. Having, having it in my inventory, at the beginning of each turn, I can select chosen resource. That's the effect of native mineral cube. But that's not the end. After fight, I can choose what I want to do with the faction pan. As I describe you, if we finish the turn at the same location with the faction, we will get affected by the poison in this case. By the status effect in this case, it will be a poison. I can do also second thing, I can bribe the faction, spending Firefly, and then I can take this pawn to my inventory. It will be, let's call it, will be my friend, and from now on it will boost my character according description from the day card. So in this case, each poison gives additional strength to adjacent monster. So he will give me now +1 strength in each round, in each fight. Now let's describe last thing. Let me explain one last thing. So once we are at the same location as the boss, in this scenario it is a final battle. So if we lose, we will lose the game. If we win, we will win the game. In this case, I mean during the fight with the boss, at first we should define the initiative level. So as described here, so the total sum of all these numbers is 20. So it works like our boss have 20 tiles in his skill tree. So 20 comparing to our 8. In total we have 8. It means that he has a higher initiative, and in the first round he will be an attacker. So at first, boss is rolling the dices, both dices at the same time, and now he is choosing better option for him. What it will be? It will be summon with the source of magic. It is the highest value for him, so he is choosing this one. Then I have 0 because the source of the attack is magic. We have the strength here, so if we have some blue tiles, we will have higher than 0 value. And we are taking 1 wound. Additional comment here, if I have, because that's not the end of the round, if I have, for example, in my inventory, Firefly Cube, I can discard it, spend it to change the source of the attack. In this case, we would change the source of the attack for the strength from the magic, and I will have 4 strength power versus 1 only strength power of the boss, so I would win this round and deal him one damage. But I decided to take the faction token and I cannot do it. Second option is to spend crystal cube to reroll the dice of my choice. So I can choose if I want to reroll my dice or the opponent dice. But in this case, I will not do this. Now let's start the second round. So in the second round, I will be attacker. I'm rolling the dices. I will select also the dice and the source of the attack. So I'm rolling the dices. Okay, now I can select everything. Okay, as you can see, if I select my strongest attribute, exploit, we'll have the draw, the 4 versus 4. That's why I want to switch summon. Then I have 3 magic power versus 1 magic power, so we are winning. And basically that's how we are fighting till the end, round by round. And at the end of this fight, if we are able to defeat the boss, we'll win the game. If we are losing, it means that if we get all 4 wounds, we will be defeated. At the end, I would like to add one last comment. During the fight with the creature, if we get, so in the normal fight, if we get 4 wounds, we will be affected by the stop effect. We will place the token here and we cannot cure it, so it will stay here till the end of the game. But from the other hand, we will remove all our wound tokens from the track. It is also described in the rulebook, so just in case, I wanted to say about that. So that will be end of the how to play video. I hope it will be helpful for you during the playtesting, and like always, enjoy the game.